Hello everyone, hope you guys are doing wonderful. I'm doing great. Welcome to my channel again. I really appreciate you guys are taking the time to watch this another video of mine. Where are my lawn tennis lovers? For those who know me, you guys know that my sport number one is lawn tennis, and for that I end up being amazed and being so proud on one gentleman. But as you guys know, the Australian Open just ended a few days ago, precisely last Sunday, and I miss someone dearly, you know, in the lawn tennis court. I miss him, you know. He was one of my number one spectator, somebody that I admire a lot, that I have a tremendous respect for. Is no other than Mr. Richard Williams, Serena and Venus father. I beg my pardon. And I miss him because he's somebody that through the year that he's trained, he coached his daughter. I have the luxury to listen to his interview, to watch him help his daughter grow into amazing lawn tennis champion. And I want to honor him. And the way I can do this is by inviting all of you guys to order this book, to buy this book. This is the second time I'm reading it. And this book is so powerful, so deep, so wise. It has so much wisdom in there. And at the same time, it's so painful to read. Every time that I read this book, I cry. Even though I never met Mr. Williams in person. I just know him through the TV and on interview. But sometimes you listen to somebody so much and you follow him that you feel like you really know the person. That's how I feel about him anyway. And I really want you guys to take a chance to read this book and see where he came from to raise two incredible champion. But before I go to that, you know, like, there's so many things I could have quoted here, but I don't want to make it long. The only way I can share this with you is by reminding you and begging you honestly to go and buy this book. You guys want to see why he made these two champion, his two daughter champion. Without even him, he never learned tennis. He never like went to school to learn the technique of tennis. Just by watching and see how people were making money out of it, and no black, because as you guys know, the lawn tennis is a privileged sport. As we know, it's people that are rich. Then mainly 98% of the time you just see white people on the tennis court. Then for him to bring two black women to become champion is something incredible that it must be applauded, it must be recognized, and it must be acknowledged. And that's what I'm doing today, because I really admire the man and I appreciate him. Then but I have a but. As really proud of him, you know, raising and two incredible daughter as a champion, you know, I feel like he felt raising them as two strong black women, and I will tell you why. The reason I'm saying that so because, like I said earlier, I'm a tennis lover fan. Before I moved to the United States, I used to, when I was still living in Cameroon here, my home country, then the cable was a luxury. Then it wasn't easy for a common person to have a cable in his house. Then during the Grand Slam, I used to go with my brother either to the rich neighborhood. That's where those people have the cable, and you used to or the rich bar where you have to go buy, you know, drink, sit down at any time to watch lawn tennis. Because especially when it was coming to Serena Williams, you have other players that we really admire, like one of my players that I love so much too, with his character and the way he plays, is Rafael Nadal. But more so for Serena and Venus, because this didn't happen for a long time. You have Archie H, we have a couple of black people that was coming and go, but to have two young girls that was champion like this tennis, Serena and Venus was dominating the lawn tennis. It was rare, and it was something that I couldn't miss for anything, especially that is, like I say, is my favorite sport. Then we used to go there and watch the sport sometimes at 2 a.m. in the morning because the hour differences. You know, sometimes it was really early over there. While they were playing, it's really late over there. It doesn't matter what time it was. My brother and I, we used to go and watch the tennis and be so happy about it. But this is the thing. While watching those tennis during those times, especially at the beginning, even now, they're still doing it. The racism, the hatred was so much. They used to spit on these two girls. They used to call them monkey. They used to call them masculine. They are men. They used to call them all sort of diminishing and degrading name. And honestly, I can't lie to you, I used to cry. I used to cry because I feel the hatred, despite the fact that they were displaying an amazing tennis on the court. It didn't matter for white people. They didn't want them there. According to them, it was not their place. But the fact that they were already in the WTA, then the Women Tennis Association, there's nothing they could have done by just insulting them, because they're already on the court. If they have to play, everybody is watching. You cannot cheat. But they were having all the insult on the world. When it comes money-wise, they don't even have the money that reflect the number of trophy and Grand Slam that they have. I'm giving an example. Sharapova, you guys know Sharapova. She's a Russian, American-based lawn tennis player too. She won, I believe, 7 or 6 Grand Slam, but she's making money 10 or 20 more times than Serena Williams, which is not wrong, which is not right. And these are the things that still show us that there's still a discrimination, whatever it comes black and white, whatever we like it or no. And actually, this is the title of the book of Richard White. It says Black and White, the way I see it. It's clear. Sometimes we black people, we try so much to try to make things that are wrong right. And I was saying earlier that the fact that I'm really talking about these two girls and talking about their father, that it fell on raising two young black women, is because they end up with white men. People might say, are they not human beings? Or love is blind. You know, you just got to go for someone who is taking care of you. I say no and no and no. N-O, hell to the no. Why? Because as a black person in this world, when you have the chance, not the chance, when you thrive and you have you put the discipline on yourself to train yourself and to become whatever is in sport, in music, you have the duty, you have the responsibility to come back and be proud and make your community better, because it's because of people like you that other race can respect black people. But the point is, most of us, every time that we get to certain level, we forget about our own people, the people that help us reach the level where we are, and we go in the other race. This show me that Serena and Venus have a huge complex. As strong as they were as a tennis player, and still for Serena, they were so weak when it comes to being proud of who they are, being proud of their identity, being proud of being black, being proud of being African American or African or black women in the sense. Because I cannot comprehend, I cannot make a sense of it, that someone that they have insult, people that they have spit on, people that they have did all sorts of things. Do you know that every time that they were really insulting this girl or on the court, even when they were winning, my day was over. The next day, I was just keeping thinking about the hatred, thinking about it. I was having a bad day. I said, what the world are we living to? But the reality is that we are as black people, we always try to compromise, to understand the other race, to make sure no, it's okay. It's not okay when it's not okay. That's why we have to speak it down. Serena and Venus are the biggest disappointment of the century. Other people, if regular black folks get married to white people, it doesn't matter. You know, it's sometimes you're still thinking about it, what is wrong with them, but still, it's not as hurt, painful, and betrayal like this too. I was there. Actually, it's because of Venus that I started writing in the newspaper. For those who know, my first article I wrote on newspaper when Venus became the first #1 WTA. That was in 2001 in April. I will never forget that day. And where the newspaper, when I used to work, I was working as in an editing office. And I never wrote any newspaper over there. But I brought the topic up and nobody was willing to write, to talk about it. And my boss said, okay, if you want to write about it, go ahead and do it. And I did. In 30 minutes, 45, I brought the article in front of me. He couldn't even imagine I'm the one who did it. He was like, are you sure? I said, yes. To tell you how much I used to follow this girl and make sure and support them. Then they have that obligation towards black community all over the world to give us back the support that we give them. They were the hope, the light, the motivation, the dream of all black girls in the world that they did tell them in any different discipline that you cannot do it. It's impossible. It's for rich people. It's for white people. It's for this and that. But they came and changed the rule, starting with their father who breaks the rule and completely changed. You know, something that, like I said earlier, few black people are always, even still now, most players are white. You guys know that. Then how come we have only our two incredible, amazing player, but the only thing they can do and go marry white people? And then people are going to tell me that another human being, yes, they are human beings, but the reality is that there's hatred. Up to now, they still actually hate on her. Even though she wants to marry a white man, Serena, and they have a child. Listen to what journalists say out around the world. Some are saying, how the baby going to look? They're still hating on her. She's the most hated athlete, according to a newspaper. I don't remember the name very well, but I think I will post it. They don't like her. How come? The husband might like her. That's not the point. The point here is because that's what you always say. Oh, not all white people are like that. Not all this. No, that's not the point. The point is you have to support your own black people. You have to support your community. And you have the figure of the black people all over the world. Then there's no way. It's a sacrifice. The same way we sacrifice by cheering on you, the same way we fighting, we're happy about you, you buy the ticket, we do whatever we have to do to support you. That's the same sacrifice you're going to do. Are you serious? Please, you guys check me, Serena and Venus, and ask them if in all United States of America they didn't see any decent black men. Okay, if you guys didn't see, you could have come in Africa. Find the whatever man you could have found, not whatever, you could have found a decent man, make him a great man. You have money for that. You have, today money you can teach him, you can make, but at least to be proud of where you come from. You see how the picture you have shown. If you are having a black husband sitting in the crowd, cheering you up, now I see your husband with a t-shirt try to cheer, because you guys know that the path that you guys have took is wrong. It's not going to help you. Not only that, your child going to be in disbalance all her life because she's going to try to be either white or she's going to try to be black, which she won't be in anywhere. Because for white, whatever you have only one drop of black blood in your blood, you are black. For black people, if you're too light, because most of the time, people that are a little bit lighter, they believe that they're better than the one that are darker skin. It's a situation that if you think really deeply, honestly, you won't make a choice like that. This is a disappointment. My question is, Serena and Venus, why did you actually really betray us? Why did you betray your father so bad? And by the way, do you know that when she got married, her father didn't attend her wedding ceremony? People might say, oh, he was sick. I'm sure that if that young girl was marrying a black man, he could have even come with a cane, even on the bed, just to attend that. I believe he was as disappointed as I was. Come on, Venus and Serena Williams. All that they did to you, you guys swap it away. Even by reading your father's book and see how much the hatred, the molestation, the abuse, the psychologically, physically. How come you have the courage after he going through all that to show you, to make you believe in yourself, to make you being the biggest tennis player in the world, but you still go ahead and betray? What do you talk? What is love? And people are going to say love is blind. Love is nothing blind. When you start a relationship, you decide. It's when you're already in a relationship that it can be blind, because at that time, if you're already in love, whatever the person start behaving bad or wrong, you still don't see it. You can see it, but you don't have the courage to detach yourself. You don't have the strength, the force, whatever I can say, to get away from that relationship. That's why I can say that the love is blind. But at the beginning, you know what you're doing. That's why you don't allow anybody in your relationship. That's why you don't take anyone in your life. People must say, oh, guess what? She was dating Common, she was dating Greg, and this thing didn't work. That's why she went to the different race. Are you kidding me? Hello, wake up, people. How many young white women that are successful, that date white people, and it doesn't work, they continue to, I can, like Kate Hudson. Kate? I believe, yeah. She has, in 2 years, she dated 7 white people, but she still didn't want to change the rest. But for us, it's so easy. What is wrong with you? Why do you have so much complex? We black people, we are the strongest, the powerful, but they always make us believe that we are nothing. That's why they were spitting on you, because they were scared of you. They were scared of your power. They were scared of your skill. They were scared of everything that you guys brought in the tennis court. They didn't want to see that the result is you have 23 Grand Slam. How many? Besides Steffi Graf and who else, I don't even know. You are among the best, and even the gods in the whole wide world. This should make you proud of being black. Not go and marry a white man. Come on, this is so disappointing. You know, I really wanted to make this video to talk about this book, but at the same time, I want to talk about that part, because I never have the chance to talk about it. Because it's been a few years, trust me, that this has been something that is in my mind. I'm so unhappy about it. Say that I even disconnect myself from them, to be honest, because for me it's really so deep and so powerful. Until we really know what we want and where we are and what we want to go, honestly, this will never change. Serena Venus, you guys were the hope of all the black girls in the world. And how come? Now you're showing the world that as soon as you make money, instead of like your old black brother, no, you're going to go look for any white men to marry, people that actually don't even love us, because at the end of the day, trust me, I don't want to say it, but it's not, I'm just assuming, this is just a speculation, but most of them, they don't really love us. They come for something, I don't want to say yet, for what I'm hearing, but at the end of the day, you should have married, taking your black brothers, Serena and Venus. You guys are the biggest disappointment. I cannot lie. With that being said, even though, you know, you got on that part of your life, in your private life, you disappoint us, because when you're a celebrity, you're not private anymore. Even your private life become our business. And I'm coming back to tell you guys that my lawn tennis fan, even if you're not a lawn tennis fan, you can learn a lot by reading this book. Everybody make a mistake, and I believe that somehow Mr. Richard Williams had made a mistake in some of the way he raised his daughter. He missed a part, because for me, if he didn't, they couldn't have. If they have done it, it's because it's missed that part. Then just check out the book at Amazon. This is on my way of really celebrating him, because at the end of the day, it showed the world that even black people can become the biggest tennis player in something that nobody was expecting them. No one was expecting black people to have so much Grand Slam in a sport that was not, according to the world, something that we love, or something that we care about, or something that is for us. And he did it. Then I salute you. He's a great man. I salute, and actually, when I was saying that I miss him on the court, it's because he has been sick. That's what I heard. He has been sick and he's getting old. And I'm sure, you know, he doesn't have the strength that he used to have anymore to come to the court to watch his daughters or watch the game, or maybe, I don't know. But anyway, thank you so much for taking the time. Please, please, please go order this book. It's a great book, especially for black people. He can help you, help your children, push them in any level of whatever they have chosen in life, because it's not just about, because sometimes people think that it's just about being in school, making school. Yes, school is good, but all of us have talent. It can help you really push the talent of your child to the next level. Thank you again. Take care and have a great day. Until then, see you next time. Blanche Kepetho. Take care.